Hey guys, welcome back to the channel today. Sorry if I've left this a little bit late, by the way, but yeah, I'll be doing my overall season and ladder predictions for the AFLW. Leaving it very late, so yeah, let's get straight into the video. So I also do like medals and stuff like that as well. Just to you know make it a bit more interesting, I guess. But yeah, in 18th spot, I have the West Coast Eagles. Yeah, continuing from their poor start to the league. I think they've been in the competition for 3-4 years now. Yeah, I have West Coast in 18th, and yeah, quite an embarrassing year will be. I reckon they might win like one game, maybe. Not going to be a great season for them. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about them. And in 17th, I have Hawthorn, the worst team in my opinion of all the new teams. Is going to be Hawthorn, probably just because their list is a little bit too young, I guess. Similar to their AFLW team, AFL team actually. Their list is just very young. They've got some stars on their list. They've got Ashmore, they've got Lucas Rod, but they don't have anyone else that really stands out. But I still think they can get some wins. I actually got like a pretty big call. I reckon they'll beat Essendon round one as well. So not a bad season for Hawthorn, but you just don't really expect much from them. In 16th, I have St Kilda. Yeah, St Kilda. I've never really had a breakout season in the AFLW. So I guess that's what I gotta go with. In 16th spot, I have St Kilda. They just really don't have anyone that really shines on their list, in my opinion. I just don't think it's going to be a very good season for the Saints. Yeah, that's all I've got to say about them, really. In 15th spot, I have Port Adelaide. Lots of people have Port Adelaide to be up high and the best of the AFLW teams, but in my opinion, Port Adelaide, they've got some good players on their list, but not good enough. I have them finishing 15th. That's quite controversial, though, because I know where lots of people have predicted them, and the AFLW even came out a couple of days ago saying that they'd come 12th, so that's very interesting. Compared to my prediction. In 14th, I have Essendon, news team. They've got some good players on their list, not bad. I've got a pretty big call coming up about one of their players soon. But yeah, they got Georgie Patricios. It's a huge add to their list. So yeah, that's a great way to start off the Bombers season. Yeah, in 13th spot, I have Sydney. Yeah, the best team in my opinion of the new expansion sides. I know their list doesn't say so, but in my opinion, I just see the Swans doing very well. They've got all the top draft picks, and I reckon they will have a good season. The Swans. Um, yeah, in 12th place, I have Gold Coast. Yeah, well, it's a bit of a fall from last season, but obviously that was with 14 teams. This time it's with 18. That's pretty much the exact same, technically. From last year, for Gold Coast, I reckon they'll be very similar. They did lose a lot of players in the off season, though. Yeah, I reckon they'll be a little bit worse than last year. Yeah, but in 11th place, I have GWS. They've got a decent list, the Giants. We know what their new coach is trying to do, but I don't know if it's quite going to work for them in this first season. So yeah, that's why I have GWS in 11th. In 10th, I have Carlton. I think I've seen a lot of people actually put Carlton in 10th, so that's yeah, that's quite accurate. But I just don't really see Carlton doing so well. They've lost a lot of players in recent years, and they did lose some pretty big players this off season as well. And it's going to be very interesting to see how their big clash against Collingwood shapes up. And ninth place, I have Geelong just missing out on the 8 because of percentage. I have the Cats on the rise. In fact, you know how everyone tips a team to rise and fall? Well, in my opinion, Geelong are going to be the team that are moving up, in my opinion. I know lots of people put Richmond, but I just have Geelong climbing that extra spot higher. But coming ninth, just falling short of the finals. Very unfortunate for Geelong. That would be. Yeah, in 8-5, the Western Bulldogs. Definitely just sneaking in the 8. In my opinion, the Dogs. Yeah, they're not looking too good, to be honest. They didn't make the 6 last year, and they're just going to scrape in the 8 because of percentage. That's actually very similar to the way it happened in the AFL. They're just going to scrape in because of percentage, but not really get in comfortably. In fact, I reckon Geelong are probably going to be better than the Bulldogs this season. In 7th place, I have Richmond. Yeah, they're going to be a huge team this season. Richmond, one to watch, I'm sure. Katie Brennan's got a little bit soreness, but she's going to be absolutely amazing for Richmond this season. In 6th spot, I have the Dockers, Fremantle Dockers. Quite a similar spot where they finished last year. So, yeah, not bad. I reckon Freo will be up there again this season. In 5th place, I have Collingwood, just missing out in the top 4. I reckon Collingwood will be a good side, but not a great side. Nothing too amazing to see from them, especially with their injured stars still out. By the way, I didn't say this before. The team that was set to fall, I didn't actually get to say this before, was St Kilda. I know they didn't really drop much places, but I reckon St Kilda are going to be shocking this season, and basically their percentage is the only thing keeping them off the bottom, really. Yeah, I'll get into the top 4 next. In 4th place, I have Brisbane. Yeah, the Brisbane 2021, well, 2020-2021 premiers, they were a very good side. And they were unlucky in that prelim final against Melbourne earlier this season, earlier this year. And new season, bright start for Brisbane. I reckon they've got them in the 4. In 3rd place, I have North Melbourne. North Melbourne are going to be very good, in my opinion, this season. They are going to be an absolute force. Watch out for them. In 2nd place, I have Adelaide, just missing out on top position. I reckon Adelaide are going to be quite a consistent team, but drop off when it gets close to finals. I reckon they'll be first for most of the season, then drop off. And of course, I have the remaining loser from this season's grand final. I have Melbourne finishing first. I reckon they've got a good side, even though they lost a lot of forwards. They've brought some forwards in, and I reckon they will do quite well and be the minor premiers for the first full season of AFLW. Yeah, that's my ladder. Now I've got to go through who I think will win it. I reckon Melbourne will win the grand final. I think my runner-up will be North Melbourne, so I reckon it'll be a Melbourne v North Melbourne grand final. Melbourne just winning it in a close one. Very close indeed. Yeah, of course, my wooden spoon was West Coast. I don't really see them doing very well this season. Yeah, but I guess I'm supposed to say my recruit of the year. My recruit of the year, in my opinion, is going to be Bonnie Too Good from Essendon. I reckon she's going to be very high up there in the goal kicking. In fact, comes second in the leading goal kicker in terms of goals for the AFLW this season. The leading goal kicker, which is pretty much what the Coleman is, but I reckon the leading goal kicker is going to be, it's going to be a bit of a controversial one indeed. I'm not too sure if it's going to happen, but I'm going to have Emma Carney from North Melbourne. I'm pretty sure she's a midfielder, so I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm going to have Emma Carney being the AFLW's leading goal kicker. You can disagree with me if you want, but yeah, that's basically what I have. AFLW best and fairest. This is going to be a very interesting one. I have Kiara Bowers from Fremantle, polling top votes, just over Emma Carney from North Melbourne, and Ruby Slisher from Collingwood. I think that's how you pronounce it. Coming third, but I reckon it's going to be a very, very good season for Kiara. And I guess I probably should have a big call for the season. Big call that two or more Gold Coast players go out with big injuries. But yeah, that's it. That's my AFLW season. Thanks for watching the video, and let me know about your thoughts in the comments below. But until next time, I'll see you guys next time.